Hello coaches, hope everyone's doing well. This week we're going to take a look at midfield rotations. Similar to last week in terms of a defensive system that's going to be asking you different questions in terms of the pressing, in terms of the behaviours of certain players involved in the press, the wide midfielders or the centre forwards. So how do you create an adaptable build that you're going to have to use your central midfielders to unbalance the opposition using possession? And the objective at all times is not possession. The objective at all times is to open up spaces higher up the field in order to add more to your attack and increase your chance of scoring. If you enjoyed the videos, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any. Give it a like as well to help. But also, this is part of our new promotion for the new book, Modern Soccer Coach 20 Attack and Training Sessions. Full session plans, all principle based, all put together with a tactical objective. 3 exercises in each session, 60 exercises total. The book is available on the link below. Please click there, get your copy, and hope you enjoy it. All right, here we go. So before we start, to get a bit of context of what we're going to work off today, we're going to work against a system at a 4-2-3-1 with a 4-3-3 with one holder. So using those 3 midfielders to manipulate that central space and create those opportunities in the build-up, starting from the goalkeeper to try and advance the ball higher up the pitch. So the first one we'll look at in that 4-2-3-1 that the opposition are setting up with is to split our centre-backs, get them to the outside of the 18-yard box, drop our number 6 in. You see this quite often now in the game today. That'll allow our fullbacks to push on, and that'll also have a knock-on effect that when they take the wide space higher up, it'll allow your 7s, 11s to come in, and it's going to create a problem for their centre-backs higher up the pitch if you've got the 9, the 7 and 11 all around that green space. So there's your midfield 3. We'll play it in slow motion. 6 drops in. The 8 and the 10 rotate a little lower. 2 and 3 push up. 7, 11 tuck in. Now you've got numbers around that back line engaging that back 4, which means their wide midfielders are going to have to drop in. Create space for your centre-backs now to progress the ball. Potential overload centrally that allows you to find spaces, progressive passes, up, back and throughs, and then give access to behind their back 4 where you can get runners, service, and hopefully an opportunity on goal. Number 2 has a similar starting spot, and we're also then going to ask the centre-backs to do the same thing again, to split and to move the number 9. And then what we're going to do then is when the ball is played by the goalkeeper to one of the centre-backs, the other centre-back is going to move across at a support angle, and the number 6 is then going to drop inside, and that's going to allow the number 2, the fullback, to push on, and again having a knock-on effect higher up the pitch, allowing the number 11, the winger on that side, the wide forward on that side, to bump up into an interior pocket, and then allowing you to progress the ball with a potential overload. So we'll play again on slow motion. Centre-back split. The centre-back on the other side drops over to support. The number 6 drops inside. Then you've got the rotation then higher up the pitch. The number 3 goes forward. The number 11 goes inside. The 8 and the 10 rotate then lower in angles of support. You've overloaded that back 4 again, which is going to have to move those wide forwards back. Creates passing lanes. This one here goes into the number 11. And then you play through the 10. You release the fullback who's going to get forward on the outside. And then you've got the opportunity to get down the line and create crosses and another goal scoring opportunity. The third and final one is a rotation higher up the pitch. So now, again, same starting spot, but instead of rotating the position of the number 6, we're actually going to almost create a box in the midfield by moving the 6 across, pushing the 10 forward, pushing the 8 down, and then involving the 9 as well. So you almost create that box with 6, 8, 9, 10. And again, that opens up certain spaces at different parts of the pitch in your build-up that you might look to optimize against the opposition. So that's what the starting positions look like. You've got players in those inside channels, you've got players in those outside channels, the opposition are going to have to rotate to deal with it. They'll probably move someone back to either screen or help with the 9 and the 10. That should give you an overload in the build initially and hopefully disconnect their number 9. But those inside pockets are what we're going to look at in this specific build. So trying to move the 7 and 11s inside to face forward and overload the line again in attacking areas. So ball's played to centre back. You push the full back onwards. They move across to adapt. It's inside pockets into the 11. Again, you overload one side. This one we'll do a little bit differently. We'll use the overload to shift the opposition and create movement on the weak side. So release the opposite fullback. So we can release both fullbacks here, I think, because we've got balance underneath the ball in the 6 and the 8, managing counter-attacks if it happens. You've got runners going forwards, 7 ahead of the ball, and again, it's a box cross, and it's a good finish. So there you have it, 3 solutions to rotate central players to try and create goal-scoring opportunities. So the 2 things I would stress with this is that it takes possession in order to get those spaces and time to rotate the players. You just can't rotate them on one pass. You're going to need a series of passes to move the opposition and create the time and space for players to drop in. And the second thing that I would stress is that whenever you're training this, don't put 2 goals in the halfway line, because the objective is to create those higher spaces. So allow play to go and challenge the team to create those spaces higher up the pitch to take advantage. Hope you enjoyed that there. If you did, please subscribe to the page on the link below, like it so you don't miss any more. We're going to try and do 1 a week. Please check out the ebook, Modern Soccer Coach 20 Attacking Training Sessions, available now. 20 sessions, all broken down, specific topics, build up, midfield progression, final third attacking, loads of ideas for your pre-season planning and your training sessions. Thanks for the support. See you soon.